Hey everyone, it's a Crafter Crocheter back for another video. Hopefully this one is shorter this time. I have a lot to show, a lot of finished objects, a lot of whips. Most of my whips are loom knit objects. Today is September 4th, 2018. It is 10:24 p.m. and this is episode number 87. My kid is not in here with me tonight. He prefers to stay outside sometimes, so I'm okay with that. I keep saying, I'm so sorry. So, like I said, tonight I have quite a bit of stuff to show. Before I get started, I want to say a huge thank you to my 402 subscribers. I finally passed 394. I am at 402. So I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has subscribed to me. I have gotten a lot of them in recent weeks, in the last couple of days, and I really do appreciate it, so thank you. Sorry my hair is a mess. I apologize. I keep saying I am so sorry. So let's just get right into it. Before I get started, I do want to say, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Doesn't really bother me. I will link everything below. Better mark that so I don't forget. And I got some happy mail that I was not expecting. So let's go right into whips because I have a couple of them. Like I said, most of them are loom knitted. I have 4 loom knit because that feels like that's what I'm into right now. But let's do the crochet stuff what you're really here for first. So this is supposed to be a beanie, and I got these books at Walmart for $1, and I just went ahead and started the first beanie that I came to, and it looks like this. It is the Carefree one, but I am doing it in the papaya pulling yarn because I had a whole skein left over from when I did my shawl, but that is what it supposed to look like. I just did the brim, and it's kind of loose, but that's okay. Yes, I have a string hanging on my face. It's nice. I like it. I like how it's kind of pulling a little bit, like the different stripes and stuff, like how it's like zigzag. So I'm working on that. I'm gonna put my hair up before the end of the night. So, it's supposed to be a slouchy beanie, so I don't know if it will be. I'm not really a hat person. I made myself a hat like a year ago. Even though I've been crocheting for like 5 or 6 years, I just finally made myself a hat. And this, if I can get it out of the paper. So this is what I have left of from the shawl that I'm going to show you in finished objects. I kept it with the ball band. I don't know why. I do that sometimes. So I'm just going to set that up there. I'm going to get a drink because my throat is starting to tickle me. So sorry. I usually don't drink on my podcast. So what are we doing? Whips. So my first whip is on this humongous loom. It is going to be a pet mat, and I was going to bind off, but it's just not big enough yet. So this is the straight loom, the ones that I got at Michael's. I really like these looms. They don't have the hook at the end of them like the boy ones do. And the colors are pumpkin and glowworm. And as you can see, I have full skeins. So I'm slowly working on that. I've been in a loom knit kick, and you will see that because I started 2 loom knit hats that I'm probably going to take up to my mom's to finish. Because I've been in a finishing kick lately, so. But of course, I started another hat, so. Yeah. This is on my knitting board loom. This is like all tangled up. So they are this kind of loom. And so I just started this one, so you can't really see anything. In my other hat, I did a folded brim, and I don't like that real well. I like the one that looks like actual ribbing, so that's what I decided for this one. So you can't really tell anything because I'm only like 3 or 4 rows into it. But it is out of the yarn Day Glow. So, and this is on my 64 peg loom. This one has got a lot of work on it. I started this one on September 1st, and I am using the Candy Fair Isle yarn from Red Heart Super Saver. And so far, this is what I have. This is the one where I did the folded brim, and I don't like it. It does fit. Kinda. See, it fits. I'm kind of thinking that I need to go like several more rows because the top of my head sticks out of the loom. So, so yeah, that's what it looks like. I like how it's kind of like striping a little bit. So, I probably will do like maybe 20 more rows to kind of, and I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but when I was doing, sorry, I'm rocking. When I was doing my E-wrap for the brim, I got a ladder, a space right there. I hate that. So what I did in the rest of the hat is I did a different row. Like one row I would do an E-wrap, the next row I would do a flat wrap or a half wrap or a U-wrap or whatever it's called. And that seemed to make it like a real nice loom or a real nice knitted look. So yeah. And when I do loom knit hats, I basically just E-wrap them. But since I'm having that ladder, I'm like, I don't really like the ladder. So I'd like it to be simple. I bought a loom knit book for loom knit stitches, and I don't know. I like just a plain, I like the look of actual knitted stitches. So the next one I have is a scarf. And this is the one that I was thinking I was going to have to frog. Because this is all the green I had, and this is all the blue I had. But I have a whole skein now of the green and the blue. Because I bought the rainbow colors, and these 2 colors were in there, and I didn't use all the yarn up in my, you'll see, like, as you'll see in my finished objects. But this is basically, the E-wrap stitch, and that's all the farther I got. I don't know if I'm going to turn this into an actual scarf or a cowl. We will have to wait and see. And this is basically the figure 8 stitch on both sides. So, like that. And like I said, these projects are going to get some love because I think I'm going to take them up to my mom's. And yes, I have my scissors attached to my shirt again because I was working on a project trying to finish it up for my podcast, or my episode. So, and I did finish it, which is good. And my last loom knit project is my cow on my oval loom that I love so much. So it still looks the same, but I thought I'd show it again. So that's what it looks like. I'm using the figure 8 stitch. I love that stitch. I love the texture it gives. I like this stitch definition. So, and that is using Parrot Stripe Red Heart Super Saver. And that might get done this week. So I have beanies to show you because I'm in a beanie kick right now, as you can already tell, and some of my yarn just fell out. So like I said, I'm in a beanie kick, and I think I just lost some hooks. Let's find out. No, I didn't, thank God. I really need to start closing my case when I put it in bags and stuff. So, the one I'm working on right now is this one right here. It is for an adult, kinda, maybe. I am using, I was gifted a couple weeks ago. I was gifted some yarn, and I'm using this purple. In the skeins, it's kind of scratchy, but when you work it up, it's completely fine. So I started this one, which is in blue and purple. The blue is Delft blue, and the purple is just purple. And then I have some of the other ones that I started that I never finished. If I can find them, because this bag is kind of a mess. And of course, I can't find it right now. Okay, so it's not on this side. I have like so much stuff in this bag. This is my hat bag. If I want to work on hats, this is the bag that I take downstairs with me. Where did you go? Okay, so here's the blue one that I started that I never finished. It's blue mainstays. And for some reason I cannot find this hat. There it is. And I just started this hat, like I'm just like right here. So I have a ways to go yet. So that is all my whips. My hats are like, honestly, hats right now are what I really, really want to work on. And I want to throw some mittens in there too. So you might see a lot more hats and mittens next podcast. So now let's go to finished objects. I think. I almost lost my marker. I love these markers. I got them at the dollar store. It's Penmark. I love them. This is how they write. They write so nice. I love them. They only come in like 8 colors, like the basic colors, like yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, orange, green, purple, red, blue, brown. I think that was it. But I used the blue the best because that's my favorite color. Okay, so now that's maybe 30 minutes. 30 minutes tops, this will be. So, my finished objects that I have to show, is I finished a beanie. I'm going to show you my seam. And this is Burnett Pop. I finished the shawl that I was working on and had just a tiny, tiny little ball left over. And I found that ball. I did. Now I buried it. Crap. Okay, I got it out. So this is all the much I have left from the hat and the shawl. I still have one full cake left, and that's just going to get turned into beanies. So yeah, here's my beanie. That is going to go into a scrap mat or whatever. And I have this, I finished this hat. This hat was in the yarn that I was donated. And I did something that I usually don't do. So when I make hats, when I do striping, I usually cut the yarn, tie on a new yarn, and go from there. And then when I would change color, I would just cut the yarn. Well, this time, I floated it. If you can see that. So that's what I did for each row. See, this is how I started. Let me turn it the right side. I want to show you the seam. So I started with yellow, ended with the yellow brim. I'm going to put it on. It's kind of big, but I figured whatever. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, so that's my hat. My two hats that I have finished, actually. The next one I have is I finished a little bear. He's kind of sad looking. Okay, so I have to tell you a story. So I finished a bear. It was like a rusty brown color, the same pattern as this. So I finished them and put them aside. And I was cleaning up one day, and all of a sudden he disappeared. And I told my mom a story that in the pattern he has a hot air balloon, and his friends invited him to a party, and they said to bring his hot air balloon. So he went up in his hot air balloon and disappeared and never came home again. So I had to make another one because I really liked him. So I made this little purple one. Isn't he cute? So I made him, and I never did find that rusty colored one ever again. So I have a purple one now. My grandma says I can get back into making animals if I wanted to for the kids at the church. So yeah, I made him. He's super cute. I don't remember the color yarn that I used, so he can go in my box. Now let's get into the big projects. So, I don't know if I finished this. I don't know if I showed you this in my last podcast, but I finished the sunrise shawl. In my book, I do not have it marked in my book. It was still a whip, so I don't know if I showed you or not. So I finished it. This is the sunrise one, and I really, really like it. So, and I used 2 full cakes, 2 full skeins of this. So, that's finished. And my circle, is this the right side? Yes. My circle rainbow blanket, I did a shell border for it to look like clouds. And yes, there is this much blue, and it doesn't bother me. So these markers track my progress. So this marker right here is where I was when I last showed it to you. Now I can take all of these out because I really like it. I really, really like it. So that is that one. And I also finished this one. I did the same kind of concept with a shell border. And I gotta find my stitch marker. That's right, yeah. So, this marker right here, if you can see it, is where I was the last time I showed it to you. So, I finished it. It's big enough for me. I do really, really like it. I am kind of taking a... Okay, oh, there it is. I'm kind of taking a break from baby blankets and such because I need to work on hats and mittens and cows and shawls, or not shawls, but cows and scarves and stuff for the homeless shelter. Because I want to have a variety this year. I also finished Petra's basic 5-point shawl, and this is in the Burnett Pop Botanical Garden. And as you can see, it lays really nicely, and I like that it pretty much stays there. I used 2 full skeins. I had a ball about this big, and I used most of it for a hat. And this is how much I have left from a shawl and a hat. So, there you go. I also... I have a free bag! I just gotta find something to put in it. I also finished the papaya shawl. And this is also using 2 cakes. Can I see a stitch marker? Oh, it's over here. As I said in my previous videos, all of my shawls are in an 8mm hook, which I use mostly this plastic acrylic one right here, which then has to go back into my case. And I use 2 skeins, and Petra, I love your pattern, because it is, you don't have to think about it, you can just, go to town on it, so I really like that. And my sad thing. Not really sad because I like how it turned out. But you would have seen this. Going to be a baby blanket. It did not turn into a baby blanket. What it turned into was a cow. And I like to fold, if I ever wore cows, I'd fold it down like that. And there you go. But it was very tedious. That's the seam. We don't want to show you the seam. But yeah, I made it into a cow. So I like how it turned out. It's very pretty. And this right here is all I have left of the radical botanical. Very, very sad looking cake, I might add. And it's gonna break, probably. Yep, it did, I think. So yes, there is... You can fix that because I have tape right here. There we go. Okay, so this is all I have left of the botanical radical. I have it on my hand while I'm on this stuff. Radical botanical. So this is all I have left of that. That is going to be hats, I guess, maybe, possibly. And that is it. Now for the box. So, I came home on Friday, and my grandma's like, you got a package. I'm like, who's it from? I don't remember getting a message saying they were going to send me anything. And she's like, from Washington. I'm like, well, the only person I know in Washington State is Randy. So Randy sent me a package of yarn, of course. And she left a little note inside, and I'm going to try to find that note. I kept everything together. It is so cute. It is on a little sheep paper. And it says, Elizabeth, congrats on your successful shoot the other day. These blue yarns were talking to me, saying they wanted to get to know all the yarn in your stash. Keep being awesome and may your yarn never tangle. Randy. So I thought that was really sweet. So she sent me 2 of these. Premier Fable, or Fable, not really sure how you say that. And they are 229 meters, 250 yards, 3 ounces, 85 grams. It is a light number 3. You machine wash cold and dry flat. It is 80% polyester, 20% anti-paling acrylic. And the color is Hansel and Gretel, and she sent me 2 of them. Put them back in the box. She also sent me 2 of these. She knows my favorite color is blue. I pretty much tell you every podcast, I think. She sent me 2 of these, and they are in the blueberry swirl. And they're the Premier Sweet Rolls. She also sent me 2 of the Americana Red Heart Super Saver. Because I've been looking for these, Randy, and you must have been reading my mind, because I've been wanting to make a large hat for on my loom, and I didn't have this color, and I wanted to figure out how it worked up. Because if you remember, I made a hat on a smaller loom, and like the strips were very, very thick, and I wanted to know how the strips would turn out on a larger loom. So thank you, Randy, for reading my mind, kinda. She also sent me 2 bonbon print cakes. So thank you, Randy. I was not expecting it. So I got my box of yarn and everything was pretty, well, only 1 cake fell out. That was pretty good. Now your letter is, which I do not have a free, I don't want to mess anything up. Your letter, or your little note, is going to go up on my little board, because I think it's so cute and so sweet. Now your note is on my board, along with your other note that you sent me. So that is it. I was right, almost 30 minutes. Wow, that was pretty good. So I am going to let you guys go. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know a lot of you are probably wondering when I'm going to do a live chat. I might possibly do one Friday night if we do not go to, we were supposed to go to the antique show, which, yeah, we were supposed to go to the antique show, but we might not. My pap is not feeling good. He feels fine right when he gets, oh, I forgot to show you my purchases. Duh. Okay, so the only purchases I have are the rest of these books. So you've seen the, okay, where we go, the trendy slouchy hats, and these are some of them here. I also got, okay, I must have spilled something in that, so I'll have to wipe that off. And don't mind the things sticking out of this book. I also got the little encyclopedia of scarves. Which that one? Because I got the oval looms, and I got this book, finally. Oval Loom Knits. And I got this book that says Easy Super Scarves. And these scarves are massive. Don't mind me. I want to show you this one, but I don't know what happened to it. It got something on it, so I am going to wipe that off real quick. If I can ever get this thing open. Do you guys ever have, if you guys use lens wipes, do you have a hard time opening up the package, the little thing? I don't even know what you would call it. Yeah, I don't know what you would call it. I am so sorry, guys. These were in my bag, too. So, although I have to clean my bag out, and you might see some animals next week because I have to take, like I said, I'm going to my mom's, and I always take stuff up there to do because I'm up there for Wednesday night through Friday afternoon. So the other one I got is Cozy Family Slippers, and I thought they were really cute. Here's some of them. So I got those. I also got in my, if you remember a while back, I got a crochet calendar, and I got in it on Wednesday last week. Well, actually it was Tuesday. No, it was Wednesday. No. I think it was Tuesday. And I got some papers out of the stuff that I wanna make. Like, look how cute these little things are. They're Winnie the Pooh, and they're like they're like Pooh and Friends minis. There's the elephant, which Hufflepuff, I think. Eeyore, Piglet, the rabbit, Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, I got those out. So, but that is it for this week. I know I'm several days late. I know it is Tuesday. I think I am going to get this uploaded, go downstairs, get a drink, because I'm almost out of my drink. And I'm really thirsty. Focus. Are you gonna focus? So, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great rest of your week. And I will probably see you again Monday, maybe? No, not Monday. Maybe this weekend, definitely you'll see me again, hopefully. Have a great week, and I will talk to you again later. Bye.